Hey guys, so while we are on this quarantine journey together, I was looking for a way that we could stay connected with each other, and I wanted to give you all just a little bit of encouragement today. And I'm going to make a series of these little devotional videos to stay connected with you all and just to give you some hope, hopefully. So today I'm going to be reading in Mark chapter 5. I'm going to start with verse 21 and read to 24 for now. It says, "And when Jesus had crossed again in the boat to the other side, a great crowd gathered about him, and he was beside the sea. Then came one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name, and seeing him, he fell at his feet and implored him earnestly, saying, 'My little daughter is at the point of death. Come and lay your hands on her, so that she may be made well and live.' And he went with him." Okay, now moving to verse 35. While he was still speaking, there came from the ruler's house some who said, "Your daughter is dead. Why trouble the teacher any further?" But overhearing what they said, Jesus said to the ruler of the synagogue, "Do not fear, only believe." And he allowed no one to follow him except Peter and James and John, the brother of James. They came to the house of the ruler of the synagogue, and Jesus saw a commotion, people weeping and wailing loudly. And when he had entered, he said to them, "Why are you making a commotion and weeping? This child is not dead, but sleeping." And they laughed at him. But he put them all outside, and took the child's father and mother and those who were with him, and went in where the child was. Taking her by the hand, he said to her, "Talitha cumi," which means, "Little girl, I say to you, arise." And immediately the girl got up and began walking, for she was 12 years of age, and they were immediately overcome with amazement. So I'm going to stop right there. Just a couple of things that I wanted to point out to you with this scripture. In verse 35, while he was still speaking, there came from the ruler's house some who said, "Your daughter is dead. Why trouble the teacher any further?" So here we're seeing people doubting. And so just keep that little bit in mind. There's doubters. But Jesus speaks directly to those doubters in verse 36. He says, "Do not fear, only believe." And I thought that is such a powerful statement that we need to keep in mind, especially in these times that we're living in right now. Do not fear, only believe. Okay, let me point out one more thing. In verse 40, we see people laughing and mocking Jesus. He's like, "Gosh, she's just sleeping," and they're like, "Yeah, right," and they're mocking him and stuff. So, you know what Jesus does to these other people who are doubting and unbelieving, and they're like, "Yeah, right, you can't do that." He puts them away. He puts them outside of the house, and he only keeps the daughter's father, mother, and his 3 closest disciples, James, John, and Peter. So there's only 5 people plus Jesus plus the daughter in the room at this moment. All of those who were doubting and unbelieving were not able to witness the miracle of Jesus bringing her back to life. So I wanted to read this little part that's in my study Bible that says, "The unbelieving crowd would only be a distraction. So Jesus allows only the girl's closest family members and his closest followers to witness this miracle." So what I get from this, and what I hope you can take from this, is that we have 2 choices. We can be doubters and living in fear and unbelief, or we can do what Jesus said and do not fear, only believe. We can believe that Jesus is who he says he is, and he's going to do what he promised he would, which is heal our sick and heal our land if we humble ourselves before him. So, what my challenge is to you for right now is take your doubts and what scares you the most and turn them into prayers of faith, believing that God is going to turn them into a miracle. Because wouldn't it be awful if we were part of that crowd, that doubting crowd that didn't get to witness that miracle? I mean, I want to be part of the crowd that gets to witness the miracle when all of this is over. I believe that Jesus is going to do some pretty huge miracles in this time, but we have to remember to not let fear overcome us and turn our fear into faith in God. I hope that you got something from this, and I miss seeing everyone, and I hope that this brought a little bit of encouragement. I look forward to seeing y'all again in person sometime, whenever that will be. But I want to be able to pray for you. So if anybody has any prayer requests that I can, specific prayer requests for you or for your family or whatever it is that's going on in your life, I want to be able to pray for you. So if you have any prayer requests, just send those in. Just call me in or send me a text message or whatever. Just get a hold of me somehow. I'd love to pray for you for that. And if anyone just wants to talk, feel free to call me up, because, hey, my schedule's pretty clear as of now. So, thanks. See y'all later.